Hello everyone. If you feel tired of slow progress, if you feel stuck, or if you think English is too hard, this video is for you. Stay with me until the end, because I will show you a system that works. It is simple. It is clear. And it is for life. Every day, millions of people around the world wake up with the same dream, to speak English fluently. They start with excitement, they watch lessons, they download apps, they repeat words, but soon, they stop. Because they feel nothing is changing. Their mouth doesn't move easily, their thoughts don't come fast enough, and their confidence disappears. But here's the truth. You don't fail because English is hard. You fail because your system is weak. You learn for 1 hour and stay silent for the next 23. You study, but you don't live the language. You know the rules, but you don't use them. If you want to speak English daily, you have to bring it into your life, not as a subject, but as a habit. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't wait for motivation. You just do it. You don't say, "I will brush tomorrow." You just pick up the brush. That's how English should be. Start small. Speak one sentence every morning. Something simple like, "Today will be a good day." Say it out loud. Feel your voice. Feel your tongue move. That one line will remind your brain, English is part of my day. Now, take that sentence and expand it. After breakfast, describe what you ate in English. I had tea. I had bread. After lunch, describe how you feel. I am full. I am sleepy. But I am happy. It sounds childish, but it trains your mouth to move. Every word you say in English builds a small road inside your brain, and the more you walk on that road, the smoother it becomes. People wait for perfect sentences before they speak. That's why they never speak. Stop chasing perfection. Speak broken English proudly. Because broken English is the bridge to fluent English. Nobody becomes fluent in silence. You have to make mistakes. You have to sound funny. You have to fall before you run. Remember how you learned your first language. You didn't memorize grammar rules. You listened. You copied. You repeated. You used simple words, and slowly, you built complexity. English is the same. You must create an environment where English lives around you. Change your phone language to English. When you scroll social media, read English captions. Watch one video in English every day, even if you don't understand every word. Don't translate, just listen. Let your brain absorb the rhythm, the sound, the tone. Slowly, you'll start recognizing patterns. When you listen, don't listen like a student. Listen like a detective. Notice how people connect words. Notice their pauses, their emotions. Try to feel the meaning instead of translating. The brain learns through emotion. When something touches your heart, it stays forever. That's why music helps people learn languages, because emotion makes memory strong. So choose English content that moves you. Watch what inspires you. Listen to people who make you feel alive. Don't just study English, feel English. Because when you feel it, you remember it. Every night, before sleeping, talk to yourself in English for 1 minute. Yes, talk to yourself. Nobody is judging you. Say what you did today, what you learned, what you want tomorrow. For example, today I watched a video. I learned something new. Tomorrow, I will try again. This small habit will change everything. Because it connects your English learning to your real life. You're not repeating lines from a book. You're expressing your own thoughts. That's when English becomes your language, not just a subject. If you speak English once a week, you forget. But if you speak English every day, even for 2 minutes, your brain starts believing, this is important. And when your brain believes something is important, it rewires itself. It keeps that information alive. That's how habits are born. Fluency is not about knowing thousands of words. It's about using a few words thousands of times. Don't try to learn 10 new words every day. Learn one word and use it 10 times. For example, the word focus. Say, I need to focus. I can't focus. I must focus. Your brain learns through use, not through notes. When you think, try to think in English. This is difficult at first, because your brain wants to return to your native language. But be patient. When you're cooking, think, the water is boiling. When you're walking, think, the air feels nice. These tiny sentences build your thinking muscle. The more you think in English, the less translation your brain will need. You might say, but I don't have anyone to talk to. That's not a problem. Talk to your phone. Talk to your mirror. Record yourself. The goal is not conversation, it's practice. Every word that leaves your mouth brings you closer to fluency. Also, stop judging your accent. English is not one accent. English belongs to the world. You can speak with your own style and still sound beautiful. Fluency is clarity, not imitation. The goal is to be understood, not to sound like someone else. Confidence doesn't come before speaking. It comes after speaking many times. At first, you'll feel nervous. You'll hesitate. But each time you push yourself, your fear gets smaller. Remember this line, fear never disappears. You just become stronger than it. If you skip one day, don't give up. Continue the next day. Progress is not a straight line. Some days will feel fast. Some days will feel slow. But every day counts. Because consistency is stronger than motivation. You don't have to spend hours. Just create small pockets of English in your day. Morning, speak one line. Afternoon, watch something. Night, talk to yourself. That's enough to keep your momentum alive. If you really want to transform your English, don't hide from it. Use it in your real life. When you write messages, try English. When you make notes, write them in English. When you pray, think one line in English. Slowly, it becomes your second nature. English is not a mountain you climb in one day. It's a road you walk every day. The journey itself teaches you. Every mistake, every correction, every new word, they're all part of your growth. Don't say, I will start tomorrow. Start today. Because tomorrow never comes. Speak one sentence now, while watching this video. Say it aloud. I can speak English daily. Say it again. Feel the power in your voice. That's the first step. You just said your first sentence, and that's where change begins. You see, the biggest secret of fluent speakers isn't talent or luck. It's daily connection. They don't let English sleep. They keep it alive, even in small moments. They treat it like a living friend who must be fed every day. So from today, make English your friend. Talk to it kindly. Don't fight with it. When you make a mistake, smile and say, it's okay. I'm learning. This small kindness keeps your motivation safe. Because language grows in patience, not pressure. Think of a seed. You water it every day. You don't dig it up to see if it's growing. You trust the process. The same happens with English. Some days you'll feel no change. But deep inside, your brain is building connections. One day, suddenly, you'll realize you're speaking without fear. Every time you repeat, you build a stronger path. That's why daily speaking matters. Even 1 minute of real speaking is worth more than 1 hour of silent study. Because speaking is action. It makes your learning real. When you wake up, try this. Before touching your phone, say 3 things in English. Good morning. I feel good today. I will learn something new. These small sentences set the tone for your mind. They remind your brain that English belongs in your morning, like sunlight. While getting ready, describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing my face. I'm choosing my clothes. It sounds simple, but this is training. You're connecting language with real action. That's how children learn, and it works for adults too. If you take public transport or drive to work, use that time. Listen to English podcasts or YouTube videos. Even if you understand 50%, keep listening. The brain loves rhythm. Soon, you'll start catching familiar phrases, and you'll feel proud of yourself. That pride becomes fuel. At work or school, find at least one small chance to use English. Maybe you say, "Thank you," in English. Maybe you write a short message in English. The more you use it in real life, the faster it becomes natural. After dinner, instead of endless scrolling, spend 10 minutes shadowing. That means repeating after a speaker. Play one English video, pause after each line, and copy exactly what they say. Their tone, their pause, their flow. This single habit transforms your pronunciation and rhythm. Remember, fluency is music. Every language has its own melody. You can't learn it by reading. You learn it by feeling the beat. So listen carefully. The way native speakers rise and fall, how they stretch certain sounds, that's rhythm. When you shadow, your mouth learns to dance with that rhythm. If you feel shy, close your room door. Nobody needs to hear. Just speak freely. The goal is practice, not performance. And don't worry about forgetting words. Forgetting is normal. In fact, forgetting is proof that your brain is working. Because forgetting triggers recall, and recall strengthens memory. So when you forget, don't panic. Just repeat again. You might have days when you feel lazy. Days when you think, "What's the point?" Those are the days that matter most. Because showing up when it's easy means nothing. Showing up when it's hard, that's growth. Tell yourself, "I will give 5 minutes today. I will not break my chain." That 5 minutes will keep your dream alive. When you hear others speaking fluently, don't feel small. You're not behind, you're on your own path. Their chapter 20 should never make you hate your chapter 2. Compare only with yourself. How you spoke yesterday versus today. That's real progress. And here's something most people never realize. You can only speak well if you think kindly of yourself. If you keep telling yourself, "I'm bad at English," your brain shuts down. Words are energy. Speak to yourself like a coach, not a critic. Say, "I'm improving every day." Say it often. Your subconscious listens. When you feel nervous speaking with others, slow down. You don't need to speak fast to sound fluent. Fluency is clarity, not speed. Even native speakers pause and think. Take your time. Smile. Look calm. Your energy communicates confidence before your words do. If someone laughs at your mistakes, smile back. Remember, they laugh because they forgot how hard learning is. You, on the other hand, are brave enough to grow. That courage is worth more than perfect grammar. Some people will say, "Just memorize phrases." Others will say, "Only grammar matters." The truth is balance. Grammar is the map. Speaking is the journey. You need both. But don't wait to finish the map before walking. Walk now, learn the road as you go. To make English natural, you must use it emotionally. Talk about things you care about. Express your feelings. Say, "I'm proud of myself. I miss my family. I'm excited for tomorrow." When you attach emotion, your brain remembers faster. Every evening, write 3 lines about your day in English. Not long, just 3 honest lines. Today was busy. I learned a new word. I'm tired but happy. This keeps your thinking muscle alive. If you don't understand something in a video, don't get stuck. Move on. Understanding everything is not the goal. Exposure is. You're training your ear to recognize sound patterns, not memorize vocabulary. Over time, meaning becomes automatic. Here's a small exercise. Pick one simple topic, for example, my morning. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Then listen again. Don't judge. Just notice. Do you sound confident? Do you pause too much? This reflection builds awareness, and awareness builds control. You can repeat the same topic every week and watch how you improve. That visible progress keeps you motivated. Another secret, use English to think about your goals. When you write or visualize your dreams, use English words. I will become fluent. I will travel. I will speak confidently. When your dreams speak English, your reality starts to follow. Remember, fluency isn't built in classrooms alone. It's built in kitchens, buses, streets, parks, anywhere you use your voice. So don't wait for the perfect environment. Create it. If you love movies, pick one English movie and watch it again and again. The first time, enjoy the story. The second time, focus on language. The third time, repeat lines. By the fourth time, you'll know the dialogue. And when you know it, you'll feel the rhythm in your bones. Music works too. Choose one English song and sing along. You'll learn pronunciation, emotion, and flow without effort. That's why children learn so fast. They play with the language instead of fearing it. So make English fun. Laugh when you mispronounce. Smile when you forget. Every laugh is a small victory, because it means you're still trying. The more joy you bring to your practice, the faster you'll grow. Because a relaxed brain learns 10 times faster than a stressed one. Never say, I'm too old. The brain never stops learning. Science proves it. It creates new connections at any age, but only when you challenge it. So if you speak English daily, you're literally keeping your brain young. Think of this. Every time you learn a new sound, your brain grows. Every time you speak a new line, your mind expands. You're not just learning English. You're building new parts of yourself. And one day, without realizing, you'll start thinking in English naturally. You'll dream in English. You'll reply automatically when someone talks. That day will come if you keep going daily. You must understand this. Fluency is not a goal, it's a lifestyle. It's something you do, not something you chase. When English becomes part of your daily routine, fluency follows like a shadow. So make a simple rule. No day without English. Even if it's 1 minute, even if it's one line, keep the streak alive. When you fall, start again. When you're tired, speak softly. When you doubt, remind yourself why you began. Because your reason, your why, will keep you strong when motivation fades. Maybe your reason is to get a better job. Maybe it's to travel. Maybe it's to express yourself freely. Whatever it is, keep it close to your heart. Say it often. I'm learning English because I want freedom. Freedom to speak. Freedom to connect. Freedom to grow. Every person watching this has a reason. Find yours. Feel it. And let it push you forward. Every time you feel like giving up, close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking confidently, smiling, understanding everything around you. Feel that pride, that power, that freedom. That's your future self calling you, asking you not to stop. Because everything you want is already waiting on the other side of daily effort. Every small step you take brings you closer. Every sentence you say adds a new brick to your confidence. And slowly, brick by brick, you build your own wall of fluency. But remember, walls take time. Don't rush the process. Growth is invisible at first. You won't feel it every day. But one morning, someone will speak English to you, and without thinking, you'll reply. And in that moment, you'll realize it worked. Every minute you spoke alone, every video you watched, every time you refused to quit, it all mattered. So speak today like that moment is already here. When you talk to yourself in English, don't just practice words, practice emotion. Say it with feeling. Say it like you mean it. I can do this. I'm improving. I'm becoming fluent. Your brain believes what it hears most often. So feed it power, not doubt. Some people will not understand your dedication. They'll say, "Why are you talking to yourself?" Or, "Why are you watching English all the time?" Smile. Because they don't see what you see. They don't know the vision you're building. You're not just learning a language, you're changing your future. English will open doors for you, not only for jobs or travel, but for connection. You'll meet people from every country. You'll hear stories that were once locked behind language barriers. You'll understand songs, movies, and thoughts that once felt foreign. The world becomes bigger when you speak English. But most importantly, you become bigger. Because learning a new language teaches you more than grammar. It teaches you courage, patience, and discipline. So each time you sit down to speak, know that you're building character, not just vocabulary. You're proving to yourself that consistency creates miracles. If you ever feel that your progress is too slow, remember this. Slow progress is still progress. Even one new word is movement. Even one small line spoken with confidence is growth. Never underestimate small steps. Because small steps every day become huge change in time. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need perfect teachers. You need daily effort. That's the real secret. Daily connection. Imagine if you had started 1 year ago. Imagine where you would be today. Now imagine yourself 1 year from now, fluent, confident, free, because you started today. That's how time works. It passes anyway. The only question is, will you use it or waste it? So promise yourself this. From today, I will not let one day pass without English. Even if I whisper one sentence, even if I write one line, I will do something. Because I'm serious about my growth. When you treat English like air, something you need daily, it becomes natural. You stop fearing it. It becomes part of your identity. Here's a simple daily routine you can follow, even with a busy life. Morning, speak one positive line. I will have a great day. Afternoon, watch or listen to something small, even 5 minutes. Night, talk to yourself for 1 minute about your day. That's it. Do this for 30 days without missing a single one. You'll be shocked at how your brain changes. Your tongue will move faster. Your confidence will grow. Words will come easier. Because what you do every day becomes who you are. And here's something powerful. Your brain loves repetition, but it also loves reward. So celebrate your progress. Every time you finish a week of practice, say, I'm proud of myself. Reward yourself with something small, a treat, a walk, a smile. Because pride fuels consistency. Don't say, I'm not fluent yet. Say, I'm becoming fluent. That small shift in language creates hope. And hope is what keeps you going when motivation fades. There will be days you'll forget, days you'll fail, days you'll feel frustrated. That's part of the journey. Even fluent speakers forget words. Even teachers make mistakes. You're not behind, you're human. Every mistake is a teacher. Every failure is feedback. When you miss a word, it's your brain saying, repeat me one more time. When you mispronounce, it's your mouth learning to shape new sounds. These moments are not failure, they're construction. Don't rush to sound perfect. Focus on being clear. When you're clear, people will understand you, and you'll feel confident. Confidence creates flow, and flow creates fluency. If you ever feel lost, return to your reason. Remember why you started. Maybe it was to communicate with someone. Maybe to work abroad. Maybe to prove to yourself that you can do it. That reason is your fuel. Don't let it fade. And never compare your accent, your vocabulary, or your speed with others. Comparison kills joy. You don't need to sound like anyone. You only need to express yourself fully. That's real fluency, expressing yourself without fear. When you practice English daily, you're training your discipline. You're proving that you can build habits. And that discipline will help you in every part of life, in work, in health, in dreams. That's why learning English daily is more than language learning. It's life training. Each word you say in English is an act of courage. Because you're stepping outside your comfort zone. You're choosing growth over fear. So never feel small. You're brave every single day you speak. When you talk to yourself in English, don't whisper with doubt. Speak with pride. You're building something beautiful, something that will stay with you forever. Because language is not temporary. Once it becomes part of you, it never leaves. And when that day comes, when you finally speak freely, you'll look back and realize something powerful. The journey was the real gift. The late nights, the mistakes, the laughter, the small victories, they made you who you are. English will not only change the way you speak. It will change the way you think. It will expand your world. It will connect you to millions of hearts. And when that happens, you'll remember this moment, the moment you decided to speak English daily. So right now, say it out loud. I will speak English every day. Say it again. I will speak English every day. Feel it. Believe it. Because your words create your reality. The system I promised you is simple. It's not about magic tricks or secrets. It's about one rule. Never let a day pass without using English. When you live by that rule, fluency stops being a dream and becomes your habit. Speak, listen, write, read, do one thing daily. You don't need to do all four. You just need to stay connected. Because connection keeps language alive. And the truth is, anyone can learn English, but only those who stay consistent become fluent. So be one of them. Be the person who didn't quit. Be the one who kept speaking, even when it was hard. Be the one who smiled through mistakes and trusted the process. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Someday, you'll tell your story in English, the story of how you never gave up. And someone else will listen, and they'll feel hope. You'll become the reason to start. So your journey is not only for you. It's for everyone who will be inspired by your courage. Keep going. Speak today. Speak tomorrow. Speak every day. Because one day, English will no longer be something you study. It will be something you live. And on that day, you'll smile and whisper, I made it!